All right, welcome everybody. This down below us is Wetball Wasabi. I'm NFT Bear. This is Gorilla Pimp Squad. This is their session. I'm so excited. I wanted to come live as NFT Bear, but give me a second to get rid of it here, guys. So I'm excited, guys. You guys are both awesome. I am huge fans of your NFTs, of you as people. But I want to start, and we got some chat on the side here. If anybody wants to ask a question, we have Q&A. We'll ask at the end. I want to start with your relationship. This is amazing to me because I know the both of you. I know you're great human beings. I know that you spread love and community and all this shit. I am just like so amazed at how enamored you are with each other. You guys really, really love each other. And I'm huge fans of the both of you. So I want to know first, before we get into NFTs and smart contracts, how did this love happen? How did you guys find each other? And you're so crazy about each other that you talk about each other all the time in your lives and in your posts. Gorilla first.
Okay, so this is kind of a personal story, a little vulnerable here, but Wetball was one of those guys I didn't really know about until he started participating in my Discord. And all my admin, all like the members, they were all chatting with him, but I didn't really know who this guy was. So I started looking into him. I'm thinking like, this is one of those people I need to know. So I started checking him out on TikTok, and I kind of forced a relationship. You know, I think I made a duet with one of us one time, and I was just like, I love this guy. And then ever since then, it just kind of became a thing. I don't know.
Yep.
Cool. Let me just interrupt for a second. We don't want to go crazy here, Gorilla or Adam, but you're kind of like choppy. And if you could just check your settings while Wasabi's happening, you're very choppy and you're not smooth at all. Just check your settings. It might be something to do with the video camera. I know you just got on live a minute ago. It might just be a video camera setting that you have it on 720 instead of HD or something. I don't know what it is. But let's go to Wasabi with the same question. How did you become so enamored with this dude?
I started seeing him just like posting all the time on TikTok. I digged his art. I thought it was really cool. And so I don't know exactly where that first conversation started, but like he said, I was in his Discord, ended up talking to him a little bit, and we kind of hit it off. And then we ended up kind of making some deals together to where he had his VIP passes, and you get a certain percentage off if you hold one of mine, and then vice versa. So yeah, we were kind of working together on that. And then like ever since, we've just been good friends. It's been kind of cool.
Very cool, man. Well, I'm jealous, and I'm totally like amazed by how much you guys love each other. I know you both spread a lot of love in your communities. I know you both are super, super generous with the giveaways. That's something I learned also, is that it's better to give than receive.
Yeah.
As far as the NFT space. But I'm telling you, man, let's just talk about that for a second. We're going to get into the NFT journey. This just came up in my mind. What is it like to be in NFT community and feel that love? There's so much love in this chat. There's so much love in this room. Like, what is it like, guys? Let's start with Wasabi this time.
Okay, so this whole journey has been so amazing, especially if you're a person that like struggles with mental health. This is a really good place to be because everyone in the community, not everyone, but a majority of us we're here for each other, to lift each other up. And it's not always about NFTs. It can live stuff. And so like we all help each other get by. And I think that's amazing. And I've met people all over the world that I never thought that I would ever meet in my life. And just making friends with so many strangers has been crazy because I don't really have a whole lot of in real life friends anymore since I've grown up. And so it's a lot better this way, in my opinion, because people can't stab you in the back. So, and it's nice.
Dude, let's just talk about that, because you're my friend and I admire you as an artist. Let's just talk about, you've been going through some tough shit and some tough times, and you had an incredible amount of support from your community and people just checking on you and finding out if you're okay.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was very, very heartwarming because, And Adam was one of the people that reached out to me and asking if I was okay because I hadn't posted in a few days. And I honestly, I didn't think anyone would just take notice at all because I'm just existing. I'm just a person. But to you guys, I'm more than that. And you start to realize that as you build these connections with people that you don't know. And yeah, it's really cool because there's people that don't have a relationship with you in real life, but they care enough to go out of their way to check on you. And that's awesome. And it really lifts your spirits and it helps you keep going.
It does. It really does. Adam, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, there's a handful of creators that I'll go and I'll check on every single day because I genuinely enjoy their content. You know, obviously Wetball is one of them. And I think by day one, I noticed, I was like, what's going on with Wetball here? Usually he's posting like 5 a day. And but he's right, man. There's an overwhelming amount of love. Like, I've never seen such a community of people where I've had a bad experience, I think, with 1 or 2 people, and that's it. You know what I mean? It wasn't even like something, like, it wasn't even a big deal really in my mind. So, like, yeah, just the amount of love and generosity in this space. Like, everyone is so willing to give. I think a big name to bring up is Chingpeng Wang. Like, that guy, I've never seen someone spend so much money on NFTs to give away to their community. Like, that guy's a freaking legend. He's one of those people I think that should be here, but like, he just started like a month ago. You didn't even know about him when you set all this up. So but yeah, like, there's so many names to drop and they're just so incredible. All these people, even the members, like it's one thing for the creators to be loving because obviously we want to interact and be positive with each other. But like, the members, I've come across like 3 or 4 members that were a little salty, and then you talk to them and they're like, oh, okay, everything's good. And everyone's loving each other again. You know, like, it's absolutely incredible.
Yep.
It's amazing. And you know, obviously there's people that have burst onto the space like NFT Sage and I forget her name, Brandy Shambles Art or something. She's got the Bulldogs. There's people that I definitely would have asked, but this was like 3 months in the making. So we just went back a little bit. But let's talk a little bit. I'll go to Wasabi because I was going to go to you, but I'll go to Wasabi first. Wasabi, how did you get into NFTs? And guys, look at the clock with me. We started at 12:30. We're going to 1:30. But if we get close to 1:30, just let me know. How did you get into NFTs? Like, were you in crypto first? What was the journey? And then to answer a second question, how did you start making your NFTs after that? So those 2 questions.
So May of last year is when I first bought Dogecoin. That was the first coin that I had ever bought. That's when I really started getting intrigued with crypto. I think it started with like TikTok videos, people talking about crypto. And then like, I just started to do more research on it. And then I think it was 6 months later is whenever I started seeing Alan, the NFT guy, all over TikTok. And I was like, NFTs. And I've always been into art, like, since I was young, and I've always appreciated it. No matter what the art looks like, I appreciate it in some type of way. And then just mixing that with cryptocurrency, like, that was a game changer for me. And I think the first project that I got into was Space Vault Club or something like that. And there was a guy on TikTok. I don't want to talk about that, but it didn't go over very well. So then my second biggest purchase was the Crypto Cannibal, and ended up getting a V1. And from there, I just started to watch videos on how to make NFTs and like the whole process and things I needed to do to get set up. And so my birthday was rolling around, and my mom actually I think it was like a month early, bought me an iPad and to support me on this. And then as soon as I got the iPad turned on, I just started doodling. And then because I made like, I think I have like 5 collections or so. The first few ones that I made, I was just messing around just to kind of get the feel of Procreate and OpenSea and uploading and like building the community and all that stuff. And out of all the collections that I made, my aliens were my favorite because I've always doodled aliens. I've always drawn UFOs, stuff like that. It's always been intriguing to me. And so, Yeah, I just started making a bunch of aliens. I remember one day I made like 111. I'm pretty sure we were on the phone whenever I was making a whole bunch of them. But yeah, because we're all sitting in the Discord, and you guys are like, "Well, Wasabi's being quiet. What is he doing over there?"
Yeah. Let me just jump in. Like, so I would go live twice a day. I wasn't working. I was in between jobs, freelance jobs, and somehow we ended up going to Discord because I think I got banned on TikTok for saying something. And we went to Discord. There was a bunch of us in there, and everybody was talking NFTs, and you would just see Wasabi looking down. And he would just be looking down and just like drawing and shit, man. You just came out with hundreds of NFTs a week. You were so prolific. You were just making NFTs like crazy. And it was amazing to watch because they just kept getting better and better and better and cooler. And then you're doing mashups with Spider-Man and Goku and all these different characters. And I was like, shit, man, this guy's so talented. And yeah, and you just kept going ever since. So it's been amazing to watch. But I will say that what I've seen with you is that you've gotten a little bit more personal and a little bit more talking about yourself and your life. It used to just be NFTs all the time. And I think that's helped your community grow and your audience grow. And I know your Discord's pretty big. And that's the key, guys. The key is people want to care about people who they're buying their NFTs from. If they don't care about people, then there you go. That you'll never sell an NFT. You got to tell your story, which moves me on to
interact.
Yeah.
I just want to interject on that point.
Yeah.
If you're a new creator and you're watching this, one of the best advice you can actually receive is to show your face. Because like NFT Bear was just saying, like building a community around yourself is more powerful than building a community around your art. Your art is obviously, the focal point, but you're also a focal point. And I see lots of people on TikTok just posting video after video after video of, their artwork for their project. And yeah, it's actually badass. Like you have great artwork, but people aren't going to get behind that if they don't know who the creator is, if there's not that trust, especially within TikTok. It's not like on Twitter where you can just kind of shill your project. Like on TikTok, it's expected that, you're there, you're present, and that's going to make a huge difference for those new creators out there who don't know exactly how to move forward and how to get more attention. Definitely recommend, showing your face, getting out there.
Exactly. Yeah. Being as transparent as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And somebody just asked a question and I'd like for you guys both to answer it because it seems like we have more time than I thought. I thought this was going to go super fast, but we're covering a ton of ground. And I want to hear your story, Adam, in a second. But somebody just asked, where do you see your projects going in the next 3 months? Wasabi?
Okay. It's almost complicated to answer just because I'm going to be in the process of moving and getting situated with a new job and stuff like that. But ideally, I would like to work on my V2s as much as I can. I have all the art and everything ready. I've only showed a few people a couple sneak peeks of them. But I want to put them on Solana this time. I don't know if I want to mess with OpenSea anymore. Broken Sea. Magic Eden is just like, it's so much better. And there's a bunch of degenerates that just buy into everything. And, but I just want to be able to work on having the website to be able to mint from, having a contract because I got to do the research for all that stuff. Because I'm doing everything alone, so I don't have a team to kind of help me do anything. There's a lot of research that I got to put into doing all these things. So yeah, in the next 3 months, I don't know what's going to happen, but everything moves very quickly in this space. Because one day you can be doing this, and the next day, you're talking to higher up people and making deals with people and stuff like that. So it's really hard to say, honestly.
Adam?
Yeah, you got put in a weird position recently, so that's really unfortunate. But moving forward, I've seen the version 2 art. It's freaking badass. I can't wait. So hopefully you're able to get a move on that soon.
Yeah.
As for me, the 3-month plan on June 11th, we got the Pixel Pimps dropping. That's a special free mint just for holders of the Gorilla Pimp version 1s. And then I don't want to say an exact date, but like within the next month and a half, 2 months, I'm going to be dropping the V2s. I'm about 70% done the V2s, and I'm just have to work on the last 50 101s. So I'm going to try to, go all out on the art. I've been kind of distant from my Discord recently because I've been kind of so focused on the whole art creation. It's kind of hard to get home at night after a long day of work and then be like, oh, let's go on Discord for 3-4 hours. Now it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to go do some art for 3 or 4 hours. But yeah, it's crazy. Just like Wetball was saying, man, the time flies so quickly in this space that who knows what's going to be going on 3 months from now. The market might be completely crashed. NFTs could be completely gone. Who knows? But if everything goes according to plan, I think most of us have intentions of sticking around here and doing the best we can, because it's so loving. It's such a beautiful community that even if I think lots of us were making $0, it would still be worth it to be here. At least that's how I feel.
Yep.
Oh, did I just share something? Oh, that's you.
No, it was me.
Where's that me?
It says I'm screen sharing. Can you see what I'm
Yep.
I don't think you can see it though.
Yeah, we can see.
Can you see?
Yep. The Gorilla Pimps, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what I was just trying to show while you were talking is your Gorilla Pimps, which are amazing art. Can you just tell us, Adam, how you make these? I know it's like a DAZ 3D or something. How do you make these NFTs? Because they look really different.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, it's a mixture of 3D assets to create the actual gorilla, but the gorilla was just a base. Then I go into a Krita, which is like Photoshop, and then I start doing all the extra details, changing colors, adding shadows. It was funny because I say this loosely. I spent like 3 months on the art, but I put it together rather quickly because I didn't know what to expect. I was more worried about the contract and things I didn't know how to do, so like coding, all that was new to me. But the art, I wanted to kind of like Alien OG, like you kind of go through a whole bunch of different tests to find kind of what you like. There was a few other Gorilla versions before this. This was just the one I kind of settled on. And then now for my version 2s, I know exactly what kind of improvements need to be made and stuff like that. So like I'm doing more stuff now on the 3D aspect of things as opposed to the 2D. So yeah, I don't know. It was something that just kind of came together and it worked. And I remember I was taking a shower one day. I'm like, what should I call this? I'm like, Gorilla Pimp Squad. And then I just started making all the items after that. So yeah, it all just kind of just came together. I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like there was a thought behind it. It all just kind of worked out.
And is this, and I'm going to show your NFTs in a second, Wasabi, but is this, and you guys can see like 10 Gorilla Pimp Squads, right? I'm showing that correct?
Yep.
So is this like, are you a graphic designer and a 3D person, or did you just learn all this shit and you do something else as a job?
So I definitely do something else as a job, but I am in graphic design. Like I work for a dance studio doing like flyers and posters and stuff for digital art, like for their social media. But yeah, kind of like Wetball, it's just kind of always been a passion in the background. I love learning computer programs. So like Photoshop, when I was 10, my stepdad gave me a copy of Photoshop, a burnt version of it. And, like any typical 10-year-old, I spend like 24/7 just exploring my computer, seeing everything it can do, all the programs. And it's just been a passion. There's no, professionalism behind this. That said, it's kind of turning into a professional thing because I really enjoy it and I'm learning more every day. As for the style art and stuff, I'm kind of like Beeple, where I'm an asset designer. So I'll take different assets and stuff that I purchase. I'll modify them to get them the exact appearance. Like this gorilla, it was a purchased asset, but I modified it to make it look as badass as it does. And then I had to go in and do all the 2D stuff and all that. So that's the kind of art I've been enjoying. But I have to say, people like Pixel Lasso, just to name drop someone, he's one of those TikTok guys. He's, on that 3D art journey. And it's just incredible watching people do this kind of stuff, because when you're creating 3D assets, it's a lot different than when you're modifying assets. And there's a huge skill that comes along with this. So I have huge respect for anyone that can execute the 3D artwork. It's really impressive.
Yeah, 3D is super, super cool. And we're just going down. Thank you for answering that. We're just going down.
Mhm.
These are some of my favorite ones, Wasabi, the ones with the space helmets. Those are super cool. Can you guys
Yeah.
see that? You guys can see it okay?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
the Spider-Man mashup. Do you want to talk about how you put this together just for a second, Wasabi? Like, what did you do to make these NFTs?
So like with the Spider-Man and stuff, those were just ideas that I was getting from the community. I was like, all right, guys, what should I make next? And somebody had mentioned Spider-Man, and then someone had mentioned Gold Crown, um, and Goku. So then I just started kind of running with them and made more than the same one.
Right. And this is everything's in Procreate, right? You don't do anything anywhere else.
Yeah, it's all Procreate.
And you just take the same sort of alien and then add on top of it.
Yep. So I've got hundreds of different layers that I use, um, and they all just stay because when on Procreate, you have your project in one file basically. So it shows um, all of your layers and everything, but then you can run out of layers. So I think you can have like 130 something, if I'm not mistaken. And I've
Right.
hit that max so many times, and I've had to like just delete layers that like old ones that I've already used and stuff like that, just to make room for the new ones.
Right. Very, very cool. So there you go. I just stopped the share. So, Adam, you are in Ontario, Canada. You have an incredible story, and it's something about not talking to anybody and meditating for 12 years and then coming out of that shell and becoming the gorilla pimp squad outgoing like shining star that you are, whatever. Like you are one of the people like Alan and Wasabi that just posts all the time and has this huge, huge community that loves you to death. Tell us about your journey. Tell us how you got into NFTs.
Yeah, so NFTs, that was more of a recent thing. Crypto, I mean, I didn't get into crypto until November, right? Like literally 2 weeks before the market crashed, I FOMO'd into a few different coins and then lost all that money. But I didn't care because by the time I lost it all, I was fully invested in the NFTs. And I just got into NFTs through researching crypto. I just kind of saw an ad on YouTube and I was curious what these NFTs were about. Went just kind of researched a little bit. I'm like, hey, I'm an artist. I can do something like that. And I remember seeing like the Bored Apes and the Crypto Punks. I'm thinking like, shit, I could do better than that. So like that was basically the inspiration was Bored Punks. And it turns out that it has nothing to do with art. Like the NFT space is all about marketing and promotion. It has nothing to do with art. I mean, as you guys know, sometimes it has to do with art, of course, but 99% of those projects out there is about community. And you learn that the hard way afterwards.
Right.
But I mean, obviously, my NFT journey has nothing to do with my personal journey. That's just some kind of fun I've kind of been doing on a side project here. But like me personally, this whole NFT community, definitely not my vibe. Like you were kind of saying, for the past almost 13 years, I've really just been a recluse. I've been hiding in a cave doing my meditation. I don't talk to people. I push people away intentionally because I don't enjoy that kind of lifestyle. It's just not me. I'm not a personable person. Well, I'm personable, but I'm not social. So yeah, it's this has been a chance for me to kind of come out of my shell again and to kind of, I don't know, have fun because that's not what I've been doing for the past little while.
And it's really interesting. And I don't know if you had the same experience, Wasabi, and if anybody wants to say in the comments, but the very first thing was like the first time I saw you, you had chest hair and you had like you were Gorilla Pimp Squad and you had on a mink and you were like Gorilla Pimp Squad, check it out, everybody. And I was like, who the F is this guy? And what the hell is he selling? Like, this is craziness. Like, and I just swipe. I swiped
Selling the
like
chest hair.
20. It's still there. And I swiped
It's
like
still
20,
there.
yeah, I swiped like 20 times. And then I was like, you were talking about consciousness and attitude and being present and getting into all this philosophy. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. This dude's coming from like 7 different directions. And then finally, I was like, you're a really good guy. Your community was cool. And I was like, I'm all in. This guy's awesome. But it took a while.
Okay,
It
yeah.
wasn't
So
instant.
Yeah, I play a lot of characters on my TikTok, but I mean, like, those are just characters. I used to have another TikTok where I used to only talk about spirituality, philosophy, sociology, those kind of stuff. And that's where I got my start on TikTok. So I already knew kind of how to build a community. And so when I got onto the NFT space, that's why I kind of had that initial push, because I already knew how to create. I already knew what to do to get those views and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, it's I'm kind of getting tired, though. I'll be honest. Like, I am tired of the characters. I'm tired of seeing my own voice. I'm tired of seeing and editing my character. You know what I mean? So I might be switching that up soon. I'm really getting bored myself.
You should just get a gorilla costume. It'll be in one of your other characters. You can do for a while.
Okay, so we have a question.
There's an idea.
And you guys can both answer this if you want, or if you think it's not. How do you bring value to your NFTs? You kind of answered it, community, but can you talk about that a little bit more? Let's start with Wasabi.
So with mine, as long as that you are a holder, and you have one of my VIP passes, this is some of the passive income that you can get, that you can qualify for. So if you own one of those, then you get put into a raffle every single Friday. And that allows you to every other week. So for 1 week, we'll do a Matic giveaway, which the community has been voting on saving it for a while. And then the next week, we'll do NFT giveaways. So anybody that wins, they get to choose any alien of their choice. Doesn't matter what it is. But as far as bringing value to the community, that's something I'm still working on. I would like to do some type of like staking that people can do, like just to build some type of passive income, and then have like an alien coin or something like that. I've been thinking about that lately, but like I said earlier, that's going to be, I got to do some research and stuff like that and try to figure out how I can go about doing it. But yeah, it's most of the value right now is just the community itself until I can progress and move up and take off and stuff like that. Recently, I've been working with somebody. He is I guess you could say a graphic designer of some sort. Or a video game designer. He built this race car track, and it's kind of built like NASCAR. And there are multiple cars that you can choose from, and then eventually have your own like custom built for you. And you can take that car and you can race other people in the community or in other people in different communities. And you're basically participating for prizes like cash prizes or NFTs and stuff like that. And so
it's kind of like Zed Run, the horse racing.
Exactly. But it's race cars. And so if that ends up being successful, because this guy has pretty high dreams and really high standards for this. And dude, his graphics they're phenomenal. And so if this takes off, this will really help the both of us in some type of tremendous way. But yeah, that's about all I've got.
Yeah. Adam?
Yeah. You said building value in your community, correct? That was the question?
Yeah. How do you build value with NFTs? So utility, you have VIP passes, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's infinite ways you can go about building utility within your community. Before I get into what I'm doing myself, just some examples like passive income you can offer, like he was saying down there. You can do certain things like giveaways. You can offer your money that you make to certain charities or volunteer organizations. But I think lots of us who are just kind of on our first project, we're kind of focusing on building that community aspect and building up hype within our project so that by the time we reach our later stages of our NFT journeys, we're able to really provide stuff. Like when I see Alan, what he does for his community, like that's something I personally look to aspire to. Like this man just did a $75,000 giveaway thing. Like I think that was like a month ago, but like he's constantly doing stuff like that. But it takes a community first to build that kind of interest. And so like Wetball, I'm trying to build value within my NFTs by, getting people onboarded with passes. We have I think 100 pass holders right now, doing free drops for them, doing giveaways. I have something like my utility within my project is called the Gorilla Pimp Squad family, which is really just a collection of small creators within the TikTok space, like Wetball himself. And then I'm going to be, spinning off, doing a raffle, and then giving money that I made from Gorilla Pimp Squad to these other projects. We're going to buy NFTs from them and then raffle them off to the holders of the Gorilla Pimps. So it's always a challenge trying to figure out ways to build value within your project. And I think we all kind of look towards each other to kind of, cherry pick ideas and bring new things together. And I'd say that's though like probably the hardest part of any project, because it's one thing to get your art going, it's another thing to get yourself live and get marketing, but if you're not able to provide anything back to your members, that's where the true test of, I think, a project really is. So yeah, it's a constant challenge.
Very cool. I noticed that you do a lot of collabs with people. You're always like, I'm giving away a free Tickle Rick, or I'm giving away a free country, whatever, like you somehow, how do you do that? Because I've collaborated in the sense of trading NFTs. I've collaborated in the sense of stuff like this and a charity, but you do a lot of collaborations with people where you're either giving away their NFTs or they're giving away how do you find them? Do they just DM you, or you contact, what is your process?
Yeah, I quickly cemented myself as a promoter within this NFT community. And, I've never once reached out to any person and said, hey, can I have your NFT to give away or anything like that? Like it's always kind of, people know the transaction. It's like, okay, well, if I give Adam an NFT, he's going to give it away. It'll give me promotion for my project. And then it'll also help Adam get his own attention for his stuff. So like, it's always been a win-win thing. I've fortunately never had to really ask for anything. And I've never had to necessarily go and ask anyone else to say, hey, do you want to give a Gorilla Pimp away? I always just do the same thing. I'll go to them and say, hey, listen, here's 3 NFTs, give them away how you want. And I think that's kind of how the community works in general. Wetball, you might be able to speak differently, but people are generally just there to give their stuff away because it's free marketing. You know what I mean? These collaborations are the perfect way to get free marketing for your project. And that's why you see lots of us doing it. So.
Yep. Yeah, I actually do stuff like that. I didn't realize it. It's totally unspoken. People be like, hey, I'll give you an NFT. And I'll be like, hey, I'll do a promo. What do you do, Wasabi? Do you do similar collabs like that?
I don't typically reach out to people for collabs. I will every once in a while if I really like their artwork and I've been associated with them for a while. But typically it's people coming to me and saying, hey, you want to do a collab? Like we'll give away a free alien in our Discord, and then it'll bring more traffic to your Discord and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like, it's crazy. This whole like building community thing, and like people just like feeding off of each other, but in a good way, not a negative way. But yeah, that's how I kind of go about it. And then like the first collab that I did was with Alan. That was like my first month or so into NFTs. And I reached out to him and I was like, hey, do you mind if I make one of these alien OG crypto cannibals? He's like, yeah, go for it. And I made like 3 different ones. And I did multiples just because I wanted to give some away, not just to sell them. And so I've been blessing people with a bunch of free NFTs. And best advertisement is word of mouth, in my opinion. And so, not a lot of people have the funds to buy their advertisement and buy their people. And I don't think that's the proper way to go about an NFT project. I think it's going strictly organic and just letting people talk about your community without having to ask or having people retweet your shit because there's something in it for them. And so a lot of people that have been making videos on my stuff and sharing my things, I don't ask. They just do it because they like me, they like the project, they like everybody in the Discord and the community, and it's just growing from there. It's been really fun.
That's the key, yeah. And Alan, I've had a lot of live conversations with Alan and behind the scenes and done interviews with him. And Alan never sells his NFTs. He never once says, I have NFTs for sale, buy my NFTs 2 for 1, anything like that. All of his content is, I'll I'm working on this skateboard thing. I'm working on a store. I'm working on a new NFT. I have a new artist. We have a new artist. Her name is this. This is her drawing. So let's just talk about Alan Reyes, the biggest explosion in the NFT space for small artists. We're not talking about, I can't even think of an example right now, some 10,000 run NFT project that exploded like Bored Apes. We're talking about small artist, all on his own, built this shit from nothing, 26 years old, incredible artist, incredible promoter, incredible heart. What do you guys have to say about Alan Reyes, our keynote speaker?
He's got some really good ideas. He's got a really bright future ahead of him. And I can see that he wants to take everybody with him on his journey. And he's kind of got the same mindset as me because he hasn't bought any of his members. It's been all organic, and it started with the crypto cannibals. And like, he said something about making the crypto cannibals years ago, and then NFTs came about, and he just incorporated both of them together. And so he's got some. He's gonna explode one day, and I'm gonna be right there with him. I hold a lot of his artwork. So
yeah, man, I have a ton of his stuff, and it's not going anywhere. It's gonna go to the moon once he gets on television, once Gary Vee finds him, once Randy Zuckerberg, whatever sister, Mark Zuckerberg's sister finds him, like Paris Hilton. That shit's gonna explode. Adam, what do you have to say about Alan?
Oh man, honestly, I think Alan's been the biggest inspiration for me personally. He was like everyone. I mean, we get on TikTok. Alan's going to be one of the first guys you see because he is a legend. And I don't know, like Wetball was saying, like he's been the inspiration for the community building. You know, like I was initially going to just drop some money onto Twitter and do a shill because that's all I knew. But then when I saw him doing the TikTok thing, I was like, oh man, I can do TikTok. I already done this before. And he's, oh man, every time he comes on my screen, I sit there and I watch because he's someone you can learn from, you know? I don't know. I have so much to say on Alan. Of course, I'm asked about it and I drop a ball, but yeah,
fine.
I can't wait for
whatever
him.
You think,
I can't wait for him he's going to explode. Yeah, no, he's just incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, he's amazing. Has a huge heart, just like the two of you guys. And I think I have a huge heart too. But I just want to say with Alan and the Solana, okay, I NFT Sage says it's Solana summer. I know you did a marshmallow thing with him, Wasabi. Everybody's talking Solana. I did see it went down again the other day. I am not hyped on Solana at all. I don't want any. I have several people on here that sell their NFTs on Solana. It's just not my thing. Mm-hmm. But everybody's moving. A bunch of people are moving to Solana. I saw a chart where it's like literally like 2 or 3% of the market, and OpenSea is like 70 or 80%. So I'm not hooked on Solana. But tell me a little bit more, Alex, why you love Solana, and then Adam, we'll hear if you're interested in Solana at all, or you're just going to stay with OpenSea. Go ahead.
So the first project that I got into with Solana was the Slumdogs. And after I received my first one from Alan, because he just gave it to me, I got to see how the wallet worked and everything. So whenever you receive something into your Phantom wallet, it notifies you immediately. You get a little text on your phone saying you just received Slumdog number, whatever. OpenSea does not do that. And sometimes they delay and they send you a notification like 2 hours later that you sold something, or that you don't even get notified that you receive anything. Their wallet is so much smoother. And the way that you can buy Solana like on the Phantom app is very fucking smooth. Sorry for my language. And then Magic Eden, I think, is so much better because you can go through any collection, say one of my Slumdogs. I can go through my collected and it'll show all the ones that I have, but it'll also show right above it the floor price. OpenSea doesn't do that. Not in your collected. You have to actually go to the collection itself and see all that stuff. and just sending and receiving stuff is almost immediate, and it's like a fraction of a penny for transactions, which is amazing. It's way better than Polygon, and Polygon is very cheap too. But I think that Solana, like I said earlier, is a bunch of degenerates that just ape into all of these projects, and the artwork on Solana versus OpenSea is just different, because you have all of your people that are in Ethereum and they've got a bunch of bags and they're all whatever, a bunch of whales in Ethereum. But Solana, I feel like, is just creeping up, and it's slowly going to be almost side by side with Ethereum, in my opinion. I just think that I like a lot of the art on OpenSea, or not OpenSea, sorry, on Magic Eden. And
oh, sorry, I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say.
I. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that since I've been on Solana,
I was just gonna say
a project that I've been into, but I'm not gonna shill that or anything. Go ahead.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really have an opinion. NFT Sage in particular has always made it a war between these three, Ethereum, Polygon, Solana. I personally don't care. Like Wetball said, there's lots of great stuff with Solana. My first experience with that was Decentraland, who is Shauna. I'm sure we know Shauna. The experience was so easy, smooth, and intuitive. I have nothing against Solana at all. I'm a little nervous, I guess, with Solana just because there's not as much engagement. I don't hear about it too often. The people I know who have had projects on Solana, they've all kind of been like, there was never enough traffic, but maybe that's just their marketing. Who knows? I've been saying for version 2s, I'm going to be doing Ethereum, but I am tossed up with Solana. I'm curious. I don't know. I like the idea of no gas. That's why I did Polygon, because I didn't want it to be a barrier to entry for all the new people. Like, lots of people who got Gorilla Pimp Squad, lots of them were first time NFT buyers, and I didn't want to make that barrier like, here, $30 extra just for gas to get an NFT from a no-name person like myself. As we're growing, though, Ethereum becomes a little bit more viable. But Solana, man, I don't know. I wish one of these were just like the staple in the community that everyone used. Why is there 3? I don't. Ugh.
So Solana, I've noticed that it's just a bunch of PFP like projects, and I'm telling you, I don't know for a fact, but I think that your was it your version 2.0 or what was your pixelated one?
The Pixel?
Yeah.
1.5s.
Dude, I think those would do pretty well in Solana, honestly.
It's a little late for that, but I'll consider that for the future. Why do you think pixel art would do so good?
That's what's on Solana, dude. That's what's popping right now. And I'm thinking about doing a pixelated version of some aliens and then just dropping them on Solana and see how they do.
Dude, honestly, it took me 3 days to create the art. Pixel art is so quick to produce. I can't even express.
Okay. Yeah.
So definitely, if you want to just do that as a fun little weekend project, you could do it.
Yeah. I haven't made any pixelated art, so I don't know if I'd have to change my my dimensions and stuff on OpenSea or not. Why do I keep saying OpenSea? On Procreate.
It's where everything happens.
Yeah, it's yeah. So
I'll do that. I have a question from the audience, but I want to mention one thing. So the way I look at it is that OpenSea is McDonald's, and they have great fries, and Solana is Panera, and the mac and cheese is amazing, but the rest of the food is just like kind of crappy sandwiches, and there's just a lot less people going to Panera. You know what I mean? There's a lot less people. There's a shitload. Yeah. The people who go to McDonald's shove 6 burgers in their face, whatever that is. And they got all the wrappers in the back and the car is messy, but that's the general that's everybody, right? And then you've got the guy in his like polo shirt that's different colors and it's up to the top, and he goes into Panera with his romance novel or whatever and buys some mac and cheese. But like Solana is just, it's really small. And here's the thing, Lisa Kalma, who's one of our hosts, she sold out 4 collections on Solana. Now they were like 50 or 100 or 150. There wasn't 10,000, but it's a really good place. And a lot of us on here are smaller artists that are doing these 100 or less collections. and it could be a place to be for people like us who have small collections. But yeah, I just see it as like, the David and Goliath right now, and it's not going to change for a really long time. I do see, and I want to hear about in a minute what you guys think about this, but I see Coinbase NFT changing the game. It's taking off slowly. It's not going overnight, but I really do believe you're going to be able to buy NFTs with no gas on credit cards and debit cards. And that's going to change the game. You're not even going to have a MetaMask or anything. This is the way DraftKings does it. DraftKings makes it really easy. And I bought some sports people NFTs, and they sell really well. I think you were able to buy the Matrix with a credit card or what. I just think that's the future. And this MetaMask, all this shit's going to go away. Phantom and Tezos. And I think Coinbase is going to be huge because you're talking 800,000 people on OpenSea, really 600,000 wallets is the last thing I saw, and 11, 12, 13 million people on Coinbase. So that's a huge difference. But I have a question from someone in the audience. So with regulations coming, how do you think the projects that pay out money to its holders? So now there's these Bitcoin miner projects. There's 2 or 3 of them. And every month you're going to get paid a dividend from the Bitcoin mines if you buy this Bitcoin miner NFT. And the question is, when the regulations come, will they be in violation? Will they stop having these people make payments to you? What do you guys think? Or do you have no opinion? Either way.
I've never thought about it, but I mean, me personally, I've come across, I think, 15 passive income projects, and 13 of them were all scams. So like, I'm hesitant to ever even investigate those because, like I said, they end up just being scams. But regulations could affect lots of things. I mean, like giveaways, giving away money, giving away everything. Like every aspect of our NFT space is going to change if they put regulations in. But they're probably going to come. I don't see them not putting regulations anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, Alex. That's a great answer. Yeah.
Nailed it. I take my answer back.
No.
So Owl Dudes, I'll just mention we got about 10 minutes. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about, we'll do it. But Owl Dudes just said in the chat, was thinking of doing a smaller collection on Solana, pixel art, love Gorilla Pimp Squad's 1.5 pixel collection, which I have not seen. Is this something I can pull up on the shared screen here, buddy?
Do it. I'll do it with you.
You can. Oh, well, I'm trying to show you. Well, I don't know. Yeah, you can pull it up. Pixel Pimps on OpenSea. Oh wait, though there's nothing visible though.
Okay.
I don't know.
No worries. Do you guys have? We have about 9 minutes. Do you guys have anything? Yeah. Oh, there you go. I kind of see it. Do you guys have anything you want to say to the audience? We have about 70, 80 people here, and then we have all the speakers and the workers. Anything you want to say to your audience? If you want to tell them where they can find your NFTs or find you on TikTok, all that good stuff. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, you can find me on TikTok at Wetball Wasabi. And the same thing goes for OpenSea. Wetball Wasabi _official. That's where you can see like all of my collections, like everything that I've owned. And then other than that, Alien OG NFTs. But Adam, you were saying something about how you've gotten to passive income projects and like 9 times out of 10 they're scams. I just recently found one on Solana, and I think it's like a pretty big game changer because their whole idea is to, like you said, the rug pulls, they suck. So they find these projects that have been rugged and they take them in under their wing and they bring them back to life and they add them into their ecosystem. And you can take the NFT that the artist created and you can stake it on their website. And I think they've taken in 4 different projects and you can stake every single one of them. And so the project is called Reaper's Resurgence, I believe, on Solana. And dude, you can earn Rape Coin and you can actually go to radium.com and you can swap that over for Solana or any other currency that they have available. And and Crypto Sage has been pumping. I don't know if you've seen any videos that he's been doing, but I'm a firm believer on this project, and this is one of my favorite ones. I've never seen anything like this, dude. And if you want a link, I will definitely send it to you. If you want to do
please DM me.
Yes.
Because as far as I understood, and this might just be my own ignorance, but when you move an NFT that's a scam out of your wallet to somewhere else, isn't that how they get a hold of your information? Like how can another project utilize?
Well, when
this might not be the place for it. We only have a few minutes left. Sorry.
When you say when someone says rugged, they just think that like the whole entire thing was rugged. But there are people that partner with other people and with the intentions of being successful, and then the other person was like, "Nah, fuck that shit. We're gonna take all the money and run." And so the creators are just left with nothing. So that's when they come in and they're like, "Hey, we can help you. We'll put you in under our wing. We'll bring you back to life and make this project like give it the vision that you had in mind." And so, yeah,
okay.
I've never seen anything like that. I think that's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. Send me a link.
Adam, tell us where we can find you, man.
So Gorilla Pimp Squad on TikTok is definitely like probably the only place I'd recommend going, but we do have a Twitter now. Mr. R, my admin, is running it. He's doing a fantastic job. And yeah, I do want to say though, just for this, I'm going to be giving away 3 NFTs to anyone kind of here. I'm going to be putting I don't know how to do this, Sean, but I wanted to go into your NFT Talks Discord, create just a quick, thank you for joining Wetball and Gorilla Pimp. And then everyone who reacts to that will be entered into a giveaway. I'll do the winner announcement tomorrow, if that works for you.
Hey, I'll do the same thing. I'll give away a Solana Slumdog.
Awesome.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, both just email me. I think the easiest way is to email me the information. You both have my email, nftbears100@gmail.com. And and if I don't get it, I'll let you know. But I'll just copy paste whatever you say in the email to my Discord. I'll put it in NFT Talks and NFT Bears. So
yeah.
And
Awesome.
let's just, last thing, I'm asking this of everybody. We have 5 minutes left, so just a couple minutes each. And I know it's a long answer. The future of the space of NFTs. Like, what is the future in 2 minutes? Wasabi.
Well, we know that big companies like Nike and like Adidas, AMC, GameStop is now getting into NFTs. They've just created their own wallet where you can store them. So there's probably a marketplace coming for that soon. I think that bigger corporations are going to get into this as they see other corporations doing it. But then again, like, I feel like that's going to put a hindrance on smaller projects, because for us, it's all about organic community and building that. But Nike and all of them, they already have that. They already have millions of followers and people that wear their stuff. And so it's going to be easier for them to make money, 5-10 years from now. And so for us, we're going to have to grind every single day and push out content and make ourselves known more. So there's going to be a lot of competition for sure.
I agree. I think there'll be space for us though. Adam?
I was going to say the same thing before you brought it up. The corporations, once they get involved, I think they're going to hurt. It's going to make it super difficult for a small creator like myself or Alex or anyone else you're speaking today to make a name for themselves, because when you have all these huge corporations, all these celebrities, everyone has an NFT. Why would you go to some nobody, and get an NFT? So I think we're only doing so well because we're the only people in this space right now. Obviously there's lots of people here now in the space, but once you have those big corporations and celebrities come in, I mean, it might doom us. It might make everything even better. Maybe that will just explode us all. Who knows? But if you're in now, you're probably early and you're able to establish a name for yourself before all this happens. You're in a good position as far as all that goes for the future, I think.
Yep.
Very cool, guys. We're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for giving people NFTs. And thank you so much for everything you do, guys. I am watching. And that's what I want you to know. everybody's watching. Like, I don't know if you realize this. Like, when you post about some serious heartfelt shit, when you post about problems or you post about your NFTs, whatever it is, we're all watching you. I see you every day, and I admire what you do. I admire your communities that you've built, and I admire you guys. So that's why you're here. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Sean. You're the
All
best,
right,
man.
guys.
Thanks for putting all this on.
Yeah, man. Thanks. And next time we'll do it in person. But I'm going to end it now, and you guys can come and watch all the other stuff, whatever you want. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
And Andy,
Hey,
thanks.